Okay, so this is a quick screencast talking you through how to create a basic page using MOPE. So when you launch MOPE and when you've installed it, it will sit on your start menu or you'll have a shortcut on your taskbar. When you launch it, you see a screen like this. There are two options, on campus or off campus. The majority of people will be using on campus. It certainly works best on campus, so if you stick with on campus and click continue for this demo anyway, you then get this screen, and if you just select yourself from this list, so you can either find yourself, it's alphabetically ordered by surname, various people here, internal and external to Sharp, or you can just type your name in like this, Miller, and it will find you, and then click start. You then are asked by MOPE to select which module you are creating content for, and this is really critical, and in fact I've stopped it from allowing you to go any further until you tell it this information. So if I just, for an example, select the module, let's go with 6112, you then get a little preview of the folders. This is just a preview, it's read only, just to see whether you're in the right one. What it actually does is it wants you to pinpoint a specific week or a unit or a block, so that it's saving in a folder like this on the N drive. Okay, so we're in N general, MOPE page 60, in this case it's just an example 6024 week 4. So if I now click browse, bearing in mind I've already selected 6112, and scroll this down, it will have found 6112. There we go. I can click on this arrow to drop that further, and you'll see there are subfolders. So if I just say, okay, I'm going to be building some content for weeks, I don't know, 11 to 12 for example, and then click OK, what it does is it gives you a pop-up, you can close that down, and a little reminder in this box of where it's going to be saving the files on the N drive that you create using MOPE. Okay, so just check that's right. Then click next, and you're into the main MOPE editor. So to create a basic page, I'm going to just put some information in here. I don't have anything handy, so I'm going to just grab some text out of a Word document like this. Going to copy, and I'm going to just paste that into here as a first paragraph. With MOPE you can add several paragraphs to a page and other tools too. For the moment I'm just going to do a few paragraphs, just as a very basic example. Okay, I'm not even putting headings in, so it's very naughty, but it will give you the general gist of how it creates pages. So I've got three paragraphs now. I'm actually going to take the third one away, I don't need it. And normally now I'm going to click publish, it will create a page for me. And by default this tick box is ticked, save HTML page, so it will save this as an HTML file in the folder structure that we identified previously. So I'm going to click publish, and something will happen. It's saying no page title. And the reason for this is because I've not put a page title up here, and furthermore you have to give it a specific follow a specific file convention when you're naming files. So you can't just call it introduction, you have to actually begin with two numbers, underscore, and then something else. So 01 introduction will be fine. If I now click publish, I'm actually going to just untick this, but normally you wouldn't, simply because it will create a new file in a folder I don't want to at the moment for this demo. But you'll get then a preview of the page and a reminder of where it's just saved that page. Okay. Now, if you're not happy with that, you can go back and edit using the go back and edit button. Make changes, add another paragraph perhaps. You can even type into here, you don't have to paste, blah blah blah, rubbish. And you can then click publish again, and it will overwrite the file that you just created. And if you're happy with that and you don't want to go back and make any changes, you can just leave it, and you can click create a new blank page, and you can move on to the next page. Okay, I'm going to click that now, and all the fields and the information is reset. Now the reason that it's very pedantic about the page title is because MOPE needs to name them in a certain way. And if I bring this folder up here, you'll see, here's one we did earlier. We've used the naming convention to create, 9 pages here, 01 underscore module introduction 02 and so on. And the reason for that is so that we can create printable versions, basically like this PDF here. And we need to name them in this way so that we can just order them by name like this. So I click on the name and I automatically get them in the right order. Then it's just a case of using some software to grab all those files in the correct order and create a PDF using them. So it's a one button press really to create the printable versions, and the printable versions are something that DL students really need and want, so we have to supply them. The best way for us to be able to do this in a very automated fashion is to adhere to this slightly strict naming convention. Okay.